Hey there, it's Jenny, and I am back to share with you this week. I'm planning as I go. I'm using these Cocoa Daisy inserts. My regular inserts are these Cocoa Daisy Minimalist Collection inserts. However, this week I'm using the Cocoa Daisy Confetti Wishes inserts. I'll link it up below. I know it could be a little bit confusing, but Confetti Wishes is the monthly collection for January, and you can see I'm using those stickers too. The Minimalist collection is just a crazy neutral, high quality, beautiful paper set of inserts that I'm using for the whole year, and I'm obsessed. I love them so much. Anyway, you can see that these are undated, so I just added the date stickers and now I'm taking them out. I am using the Levenger discs again this year, these beauties. I love them. I'll link them up for you below. I can't get enough of them. Like literally, I have them in two colors. I still like the clear ones the best, and I just can't get enough. All right, so we are going to start adding boxes. I actually screwed up. That doesn't belong there. It actually belongs on Tuesday. And it's cool because it pulled right up. That's the great thing about this paper. It's beautiful. And so it just really adds a little bit of, like, I didn't have any trouble pulling that sticker up whatsoever. It was great. I thought that I loved the plum paper planner paper the most. Nope, this one is it. Like I can't get enough. Anywho, so I'm going to lay down the stickers for the activities this week, and obviously I have some others that I'll write directly on the page, but you know that I like to alternate them. I like to match the size of the stickers to the activity. So for example, if I'm going to write 5 o'clock, my son's initials, hit, I need a really small sticker for that. It's only 3 things. So a one-liner will do the trick. But sometimes I need more room, and sometimes there's just really not a sticker that's going to have the room. Not saying that there's no sticker in the world. I'm saying that like included in this kit or something like that. So for example, on Tuesday, I put the time, I put the thing, but then I added the location underneath just because I thought that that would be important to have long term. Today I'm using a different pen than you've ever seen me use. I just got it. It is I think it's Zebra Click Art. It's more like a really fine point marker. Yeah, I love it, and I wish I didn't because now I want a whole set of them, and I have no need for them whatsoever. But I'm sure that that probably won't stop me from buying them because I won't be able to hold out. However, this gray one I got in the Cocoa Daisy Elegance Blooms planner add-on. So the February collection, the planner add-on. And this pen was included, and I just love it so much. So anyway, I'm sure you're going to see it more in the coming days. I am alternating writing directly on the page, no highlighter, and then writing on the page with the highlighter. I wanted to mix this up a little bit this week. I wanted to have a lot of bursts of color, so that's why I added the highlighter over there on Tuesday, but then the rest of the week I'm sort of laying low and just writing directly on the page without, thinking that as I go throughout the week, I would add the highlighter some more. So add some more pops of color, if you will. Now you can see I have lots of the stickers. I get a couple sets as a design team member, and then I purchase a couple sets on my own just because I really love them. And I find them to be really fun to work with each month. There's lots to choose from. So that's where we're at with these stickers. Now, I didn't add any decorative stickers when I started. Isn't that weird? Like, I went back and I was like, what was I thinking? So we're going to do that now. I'm adding these 3 together. Remember, I like to have a background, an anchor, and an accent. So we have the background as the window pane. We have the anchor as the text, and then the accent is that strip of like clear type washi or whatever. And I love it. Like that clear strip of washi right there adds this pop that really draws your eye up and down, and I think it's super cool. So I'm loving that, and I'm adding this list right down the side of the things that I needed to do on Monday. So the errands, the activities, the checklist type items, and I'm just adding those right there. I am using a couple of icons here and there. I didn't want to go crazy or anything like that, but I definitely wanted to add some. So that's what you'll see throughout this week. You know that I go back and forth in terms of my icon usage. I do lean pretty heavily on them because I think they're adorable. But this week I'm going to go a little bit lighter, but include a couple from the kit. One of the ways I like to differentiate things is just by changing up the way that I write things. So you can see, for example, at the top, I wrote the word golf in a different way, like not in my average daily handwriting. And I just like it because it makes it stand out a little bit more without using stickers or stamps or anything. It's just my own hand. So I think it's fun. It's a good way to vary it and not make it look all the same. Now I'm going to add one little stamp there on Monday. I'm using this Sea Glass ink pad from the stamp market and a stamp from the Cocoa Daisy Confetti Wishes, a memory keeping kit. I primed it by rubbing it on the back of my hand, and then I was able to just go ahead and stamp and get a great impression. If you're curious about stamping and you don't really know anything about it, I have several videos throughout the last few years about stamping. I just actually recently published one, and then I also have some older ones as well. The recent one will totally do the trick, though, if you want to know more about stamping. So I highly recommend that you go check that out. Stamping is really fun and really creative and a cool way to add your own touch to projects. All right, so you can see we're filling in Tuesday in the exact same manner. So we're just going through and adding things that need to be added, activities, mostly like errands and to-dos and things like that. I don't have too many activities that pop up aside from my son that decides to go golfing or something like that with friends. However, I do add that as well. And again, not because I need to. Let's be honest. I don't need to keep track of when my son goes golfing. I just like to have that in that planner. I think that I'm really embracing using this as a tool. And so someday I'm going to really relish the fact and look back on the fact that my son was really in a golfing time of his life. Like, he loves to golf. And so that's going to be one of those things that I'm going to see when I look back at these planners. So it's a memory keeping tool, not so much a planning tool, if you will. All right, so I'm going to pull this out now because obviously writing near the desks can be a little bit challenging, and I wanted to make sure that I was able to just do all of this as simply as possible. Now, this is one of those bigger stickers, and I really do love those because I feel like I can sort of spread out a little bit more, and it's a little bit easier for me to just write the things that I want with enough room. And I do wish that I sometimes allowed myself a little bit more room. I still am really in the mode from a few years ago where I needed to maximize space and I crunch things down, and I don't have that problem anymore. I really, I don't have as much to keep track of since 2 of my sons have graduated from high school. So yeah, I'm learning to stretch out a little bit is what I'm getting at. Now you can see I am adding those highlighter bits like I talked about earlier, how I just wanted to make it a little bit more colorful, but then also a little tiny bit of white space, which was why I wasn't highlighting some of them. So you can see that right there. And I did add a couple of decorative elements. So for example, I added the dandelion at the top and the little bird to create a little visual triangle right there, if you will, like the cluster of 3. And then at the bottom, I added that long sort of weed looking sticker just because I felt like it went really well with what was already printed on the page. And then it also took up a little bit of space. I have a lot of fun decorating all of the white spaces. That's kind of the creative part for me of this memory planner, is that so I get all the details down, the things that I want to remember. And then in the white spaces, I'm able to add a little bit of decoration to make it fun and creative. And I feel like it really enriches my life. Does it make me more productive? No, probably not. But it does enrich my experience. So it's a fun way to definitely deal with some of these things. So now down here, I also have a little bit more space as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just add that flower is so fun. It's really super different. I like it a lot. And then I'm going to add this box as well as sort of my second point of my visual triangle, and I'm going to add it right there in the middle. However, because I already planned and I already added that box on Saturday, I don't want to go on top of it. So I simply trimmed the sticker down to fit the box. It was no big deal. I guess it's kind of weird because it's not as wide as the box that's printed on the page, but I like it anyway, so it's cool. You can see I also added the decoration over at the lower right hand corner of the layout, and so now we have that visual triangle. You could draw the 3 lines to share if you wanted to. And I just love the way that this looks, and I love the way that it varies where the decor is, where the plans are, and keeps my eye moving around the page. Now I'm adding, my husband was coming back in town from a work trip, and so I'm just adding these decorative little alphabet stickers down there because, yeah, I could just totally write it. I don't need the alphabet stickers, but I think they make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more playful, and they make the activity, the event, stand out a little bit more. Again, I don't really need to keep track of my husband's work trips in my planner. I mean, I know when he's gone, right? But I do like it for looking back over when I go back and look at these later, and I'll know, oh yeah, he was traveling a lot then or whatever. And then it's also very interesting with COVID that, for a good chunk he didn't travel at all. And so it's just interesting to have that as a memory keeping device. So now going back and continuing on, I added that little weed sticker again. I don't know what it is about the vertical this week, but I'm really feeling it. I guess I just love the way that it sort of stretches out the decor a little bit. I think it's super cute. And again, still sticking with the highlighting in some spots to add a little bit more color as well. Now these clean color dot markers, if you like icons or bullet points at all, and these markers, I can't stress enough how easy and wonderful they make things. They're just so cute and stuff. Now I am going to add one more little stamped image, and this is pretty much it for me this week. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and I'll do my best to answer. Thanks so much, and make it a great day.